This video is going to involve the Bowtie method for adding and subtracting fractions. Now, the traditional method for finding the solution to a fraction problem is using common denominators. And a common denominator means that your bottom of your fraction must be the same. So if we take a look at an example, if we'd have 2/3 plus 1/4. Looking at these, they do not have a common denominator. One is in thirds, one is in fourths. So what we need to do is find a denominator that both 3 and 4 can go into. And 3 and 4 both go into 12. So what that involves is then I must take my 3, and 3 went into 12 4 times. So my 2 times 4 would give me 8. So 2/3 and 8/12 are equivalent fractions. In this case, on 1/4, 4 times 3 is 12, so 1 times 3 is 3. And now that I have a common denominator, I can go through and add. 8 plus 3 is 11 over 12's do not get added because it's a common denominator. Think of it as like a unit in inches. 12ths plus 12ths will still give you 12ths. Now the Bowtie method is a little bit different, but it involves similar ideas. If I take my same fraction, 2/3 plus 1/4, now with 2/3 plus 1/4, what we're going to do for the Bowtie method is take our numerator of our first fraction and multiply it by our denominator of our second fraction. 2 times 4 is 8. Then we're going to take our denominator of our first fraction times our numerator of our second fraction and get 3. Now since this is adding, I'm going to add those two numbers together and put that answer all over the product of my denominators. 3 times 4 is 12. Now if I solve this, 8 plus 3 is 11 over 12. The nice part about this is that you didn't have to find a common denominator because we just multiplied our denominators together. So let's take a look at another example. 4/5 plus 2/3. Again, numerator times denominator. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus, because we're adding, 5 times 2 is 10. All over product of our denominators, 5 times 3 is 15. 12 plus 10 is 22 over 15. And there you have your answer. And we're not going to worry about mixed numbers at this point, but that is a solution to our answer, 22/15. Now in this example we're subtracting, but we also have mixed numbers. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the mixed numbers. 2 times 3 plus 1 gives me 7/2 minus 4 times 1 plus 3 is 7/4. Now I can do my Bowtie method. 7 times 4 is 28 minus, because we're now subtracting, 2 times 7 is 14 all over 2 times 4 is 8. Solving the numerator, 28 minus 14 is 14 over 8. And in this case, this is an okay answer. It's not reduced. We see that these are both even, so divide by 2 and you get 7/4 for your answer. And again, an improper fraction is fine. For our final example, we're going to subtract 3/5 from 9/2. In order to do this, we're going to continue with our Bowtie. 9 times 5 is 45, minus 2 times 3 is 6, all over the product of the denominators, 2 times 5 is 10. 45 minus 6 makes 39/10. And since this number cannot be reduced, that is your solution to the equation.